Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the ribbon, we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Where you from?
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. What is going on, Candle Mafia? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your precious time here with the Candle Mafia and your boy Frankie Candles to do 2 hours of TA, and Bitcoin is getting a move to the downside, guys. So we got a lot to look at today. We're going to be taking a look at those next key levels to the downside in case we wind up getting this continued move. And we're going to be taking a look at the altcoins as well, obviously towards the end of the stream. So guys, stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. But I will say this. This is a message to the mods. A message to the mods. I do need to be out of here by 6:45. So we're gonna do a quick we're gonna do a quick BTC TA overview. I'm gonna let you guys know my sentiment on the market, where I think Bitcoin is going to be going over the next few days, maybe over the weekend, and then maybe we could talk a little bit about my plans going into the next week. Yes, shout out to Rob. 1 hour. I will say this: the only thing that will make me go long on this live stream is going to be, it's going to be based on the views. We got 274 people in here right now. As you guys know, Fridays are slower for our live stream, but we are getting a little bit of a dump. So we get some kind of crazy viewers. I may stay longer. So this isn't like I'm going to end early and then I just go the next 2 hours regardless. So we'll see. But mods, if you guys can hit me with a, yeah, thank you, Rob. Rob's on point. 55 minutes and counting. If you could just hit me with an alarm here when we start creeping towards that time. And then at that point, I'll kind of reassess the situation and decide if we're going to go the full time or not. But I really, if the view, yeah, shout out to Gary Taylor, Frankie Savage, let's go. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, if we got some crazy views and we got a pop-in show, I may stick around. But if we don't, I do have a lot of important stuff that I do have to do, so I might scoot out of here early. But it's a typical Frankie Candles live stream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not too hard. Yeah, shout out to Roth Crypto stuff. Not too hard. But let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Broski. Said Frankie, you know you're going long. Let's go. Shout out to Broski. Yes, probably. It's probably true. It depends. I really do have a lot of stuff to do, and I keep biting myself in the butt here every time I try to end the live stream early, and then I just wind up going long. It keeps building up, and then one day I'm gonna be. One day I'm going to have to wind up taking off a week to get everything done I need to get done. So we're going to try to cover all the important stuff here in the first hour, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and say what is going on to the Candle Mafia really, really quickly here. It's going to be rapid fire because we do have a lot to cover. But let's see. Shout out to Hannah King. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Everybody just getting those green names. I absolutely love it. I see everybody thanking you, Hannah. So shout out to everybody gifting the memberships. I saw you guys creeping in there, gifting memberships here and there in the waiting room. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to Dave Digital said, your handsomeness is distracting. Shout out to Dave Digital. Dave, come on, bro. Now I'm turning red. Dave. Shout out to Dave Digital. We appreciate you for being here, as always. He also says, put on a hat. Hashtag too handsome. Oh, God, Dave, stop. You're going to make me blush, bro. Shout out to Dave Digital. I appreciate you, bro. You're funny, man. Shout out to Dixon. I almost said the whole name. Shout out to Dixon Applejuice. Said, Frankie, did you shave downstairs too, as in your calves? Shout out to Dixon. Yes, the calves are clean, guys. The calves are smooth as a whistle for aerodynamics, of course. I don't know if you guys were able to see that on camera, but it was a little calf slap. But let me pull up OBS so I can actually see what we're looking at here. But let's see. We got Captain Kirk in the chat, who is actually crushing the trades continuously. She just texted me before. I just saw it before I went live. She's crushing more trades. Just trading that Casper range. Shout out to Captain Kirk. Absolutely, her message. She keeps texting me with these gains, and I'm just like, dang, Cap. What is going on? Captain just absolutely destroying these trades. I love it. Shout out to Hamzo. Thank you for being here. We got Arms in the house. What is going on? Dixon, as always, the principal, guys. The principal is here, so behave yourselves. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Billy, Captain Kirk, Rob the Crypto Snob, Tyler Jordan, D Petty Crypto, Anon, Tony D, Chemistry Bro. You guys know the mods. Show them some love in the chat. We got Jessica, our female Candle representative, female Candle Mafia representative in the house. Show Jessica some love in the chat. And then we got G Life in the chat. Wick589, what is going on? And said, and can you believe it? Frankie cuts his own hair. That is true. I just do a quick little fade myself, right? And then just we do it myself. I'm kidding. I would probably that would be really funny if I did my own hair, guys. It would probably be tragic. Shout out to wait, hang on. Rob said every 5 minutes you are late, I'm going to let Tony D super chat you $5, and for every minute you're late. Yo, shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. I'll have to get keep it G rated you, Heathen. Shout out to Tony D. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the charts because we do have a lot to cover here. Here we are on XRP, guys. Not going to start here on XRP, but hey, who was in the live stream last night? Looking at those key levels to the downside, we are hanging out right at that key level. But we'll come back and check on this in a minute. But let's go ahead and start off on the Bitcoins here. And we are starting to get a bounce again at a level that we were looking at yesterday. Let me turn off this magnet tool. But let's go ahead and turn off that the TA and start to come back up here to the higher time frames. Whoops. Turn off the TA and come up to the higher time frames and see what we got going on, guys. Now, obviously, I was actually looking at this on this chart. Guys, just in hindsight, right? This move to the downside is something we've been looking for quite some time. And a lot of that had to do with this bearish divergence, not only on the daily, which was not as strong, but it had a lot to do with the weekly bearish divergence, right? Which is sitting right here with our higher highs on price, lower highs on our momentum waves. We got that red dot on the weekly. That is where we expected that breakdown of this sideways range that we were trading in. And here we are getting that move. Now, yesterday on the live stream, we were actually taking a look at some key levels to the downside, which we will be covering on today's show as well. But covering some of these other higher time frames, guys, my sentiment remains the same. And I think this is the longest that my sentiment has remained the same because this has been a really long time since we've seen a market this boring. So it's Darren Does Things says, big up the mods and the fake mods. Shout out to Dave Digital, the most official, unofficial mod in this channel. But let's see. Maybe Band-Aid said, give me that Jersey Shore look, bro. Give me that Jersey Shore look, barber. Shout out to Maybe Band-Aid. They don't make them out here in the ATL, unfortunately. So we just fly our New York barber down. This is actually done by a barber down here in ATL, but the place literally advertises New York style haircuts, and this is as close as it gets to a New York haircut. It's not quite a New York haircut, but it is as close as it will get. But we do fly our New York barber in here, believe it or not. He ships us all his clippers and stuff, and then we just fly him out, and he comes and cuts our hair because we got everyone down here from ATL on that New York haircut train, and it's Tony's barber from home. And we moved down to ATL, and sometimes you gotta bring the haircuts with you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, and TJ's a huge fan of our guy too, so which is awesome. But it's really funny too because like everybody starts walking around the office with these like fire haircuts, and we're not used to seeing like certain people with certain haircuts, and like seeing people from the South who typically have like a regular haircut and seeing them walk around with like a New York fade is lit. We're just like, oh my God, bro, you look good with a fade. But anyway, Dave Digital says, get in the ring and I'll show you how fake it is. And he's bringing that wrench in the ring with him. Shout out to Dave Digital. We love you, bro. Shout out. Shout out to Crypto Face in the chat. Shout out to Face, guys. Let's see those Market Cypher logos in the chat, guys. Spam out the Market Cypher logo for the man himself, Crypto Face. What is going on, bro? Thank you for tuning in, bro. I appreciate you. But let's take a look here, guys. This weekly bear div on the weekly, right? Again, this is the 4-day, but that weekly bear div was the thing that was making us kind of patiently lean bearishly biased on that sideways range breaking to the downside, right? However, money flow, oh yeah, let's go. Shout out to Market Cypher. If you guys want to sign up for Market Cypher, go ahead and how do you guys do that? Shout out to Crypto Face. Face, I'll be honest with you, at Tony D. Tony D, I don't really know. It's like sometimes I bring stuff up on the show. Like we make jokes about an inhaler. I used an inhaler one time, and now everybody makes fun of me for it. And someone said, we need an inhaler emoji. And 5 minutes later, somebody chatted Tony and said, Tony, check your DMs. And then 2 minutes later, the inhaler emoji was there. So I don't know exactly how they do it, but Tony D can definitely help you if you wanted to do something like that, Crypto Face. I don't think it's that hard. I just don't know how to do it. But yeah, but let's go. Shout out to Market Cypher. If you guys want to sign up for Market Cypher, which is the indicator that we always have here on our charts, if you guys want to sign up, you can save with our discount code, down in the description down below. You can go ahead and click that link and save some money. Yeah, you guys see us use it here every day. It's a big part of our analysis. So that's kind of, but here's the thing, guys. Money flow on the weekly is still technically in the green. It is starting to come down a little bit, but the VWAP, this week, guys, this weekend is going to be big because if this VWAP decides to continue to curve up, this could bring our money flow, it could kind of like, it likely won't bring our money flow back up, but it could kind of indicate that we may continue to hang out in the green here. Until this weekly money flow crosses over into the red, I will assume that this uptrend on the higher time frames will continue up, and any move to the downside will likely be a higher low before continuing higher. Now, if that money flow crosses over into the red on the weekly, that's where I start to worry just a little bit. But it's not going to be until we break these lows closer to about 25, 26K decisively that I really start to look for lower prices on Bitcoin. So I'll have to let the price action develop until we can further assess that situation. But the 3-day money flow back in the red. So again, like I said, in the longer term, because of the money flow in the green on the weekly, we could expect this to be a higher low before continuing higher. However, when you're looking at the lower daily time frames, obviously the 2 days back in the red, your 3-day has just crossed over into the red as well. So in the medium term, this would make me think that this downtrend may not be finished. But remember, let me pull up a fresh chart here. But remember, we do have some room to come down here. We could easily come down to some of these lower prices before finally putting in that higher low and then breaking these highs and continuing to the upside. Now, again, we have to assess the situation and the new information as it comes in here. So, again, until we wind up breaking these lows decisively, I will remain with the bias that in the long term, we will wind up making another higher high. However, you can notice here that even if we do come and put a higher low in, if we do come in and put a higher low in here, you'll notice there is still room to come down here before, breaking these lows, right? So we could still come down a decent bit and put in that higher low and then continue to the upside. And that's basically my sentiment, guys. So again, with the 2-day money flow in the red and the 3-day money flow in the red, this makes me think that this trend might not be finished. We could have a little bit more downside ahead of us. And because of that, any move we get to the upside, we will be looking to fade it to the downside, looking for shorts. That is going to be, in my opinion, the higher probability trades, as the money flow in the higher time frames indicates the longer term or the medium term trend, I should say, meaning this trend to the downside may continue. Right? This is the macro trend we're talking about, and this is, I'll call this the medium-term trend. So the 2 and 3-day money flow crossover into the red is making me think that this local downtrend can continue. However, the money flow on the weekly indicates to me that this macro uptrend will likely continue. So we could continue this downtrend and still put in a higher low and continue up. I know that's a little bit of a confusing concept to understand, especially if you're new to charts, but it's like, okay, is he bearish or is he bullish? We're both, right? It depends on the time frame that you're looking at. So with the money flow in the red on the 3-day, when you come down to time frames, say like the 4-hour, that is why ever since we broke this range to the downside, we've been looking to short these lower highs. We were looking for shorts here, shorts here, shorts here. Like, these are kind of the main shorts that we were looking at. And we did catch all of these in our premium Discord. And I'll even tell you guys, we even caught this short right here, right before that big move down. We actually shared that in the dining room, which is our freemium Discord, where you get one weekly setup or TA post from the premium Discord to give you a little bit of a taste before you actually spend that money. And that is 100% free to get into. You just have to sign up with one of our affiliate links, and you will get access into that in our free Discord. But yeah, that's, again, the reason I bring that up is because once that money flow was crossing over into the red on the higher time frames, that made us think that any move to the upside, we would look for a lower high and then a short to the downside. Lower high, short to the downside, right? Lower high, short to the downside. So I will keep that sentiment as long as our money flow is continuing to come out on the 3-day or the 2-day, right? So if we do get another move up here, I will look to potentially put in another lower high and then continue to the downside. So that's the general sentiment here, guys. But let's take a look at the local price action now. And again, this is basically still, even though we got this little move to the downside, things still generally remain the same as it did yesterday and the day before and the day before. The major sentiment has basically remained the same. But let's go ahead and turn on our, let's come down to something like the 2 hour. And let's go ahead and pull up our actual TA and take a look at some of these levels. So here we are. And as you guys know, we were looking at this level yesterday on the stream. And this level is important for more than one reason, right? And it is kind of a range. Number one, it is a 786 Fibonacci retracement level. This was actually a level we were looking at for a bounce, right? And what happened? We came down. Sure, we wicked below it, but we did wind up holding and getting another move to the upside, or at least somewhat of a local move to the upside. So, let's see. Yeah, shout out to Ziva Crypto Girl, said, join premium Discord. So much sauce. Sad I missed today's live stream. We'll go back and watch. Ziva, I will say this. Definitely go check that out. I was spitting some sauce. We did like a little bit of a tutorial, a live tutorial, and a bunch of people were really liking it. So definitely check that out. If it wasn't really that saucy, I'd be like, don't worry about it. But that one will actually be worth watching. So there you go. But, and shout out, thank you for the kind comment. But, guys, as we look here, right, what's going on? We came down to the 786, and what do we have here? Let's take a look at the 4 hour. VWAP obviously below the 0 line. Money flow back in the red. And I was actually looking at this earlier today, and kind of why I was expecting this push to the downside, guys, is if you look at the money flow. Now, I know this is a little bit like you could see here, right? We're kind of bing-bonging around. Money flow was generally coming out. You came into the red, came into the green, came into the red, came into the green. But if you look at this over time, you are just basically putting in lower high after lower high after lower high. And generally over time, money flow is, these green money flow waves are still flowing out. And this is part of the reason why I was expecting this move to the downside, right? So, but our VWAP is starting to curve back around. So again, short-term bounce, not impossible here. But you don't have a bullish divergence or anything on the 4 hour at least. But again, like these, I would expect any of these bounces to be short-term, to turn back around and make a lower low because of the higher time frame money flow. But moving on down the time frames here, 2 hour also looking for a green dot here pretty soon. Money flow generally trending down. So it doesn't look great, but that green dot could give you a continued little local bounce here. Take a look at the 1 hour. Now, the 1 hour, we did wind up putting in a bull div, or we are currently printing a bullish divergence here on the 1 hour with our lower lows on price action, higher lows on our momentum waves, and we are starting to see that little bit of a bounce. Now, this is, I'm going to change this to purple because this is no longer support and is now resistance. So this is interesting here. And I don't want to, shout out to B-Rad Crypto, said, Frankie the man. You the man, my friend. Thank you for that, though. I appreciate you. But here's the thing. This is going to be resistance, right? As you know, a lot of times you get a breakdown below a range. Your price action will come up and bearishly retest that value area low. Now, it doesn't mean you can't get back above the value area low, but, this kind of does... This does kind of affect if I would trade this bullish divergence. Now, I am already... oh, shout out to Tony D. Said... Crypto Face dropping an exclusive 35% off code in the chat. Use link in the description with code MAFIA. Shout out to Crypto Face, giving the CandleMafia an exclusive discount on Market Cipher. And I don't think there's anyone out there that doesn't know this. But just in case anyone doesn't know, Crypto Face is the creator of the indicator that we're using here. So shout out to Crypto Face. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, show some love for Crypto Face in the chat. Let's get it. Thank you, Face. Shout out to Crypto Face, man. This is fire. But this 1 hour bull div, guys, the reason why I may have been a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Hesitant to take this trade would be because you have to be cautious of a strong rejection at this value area low, even with something like a bull div on the 1 hour. Now, I want to be very clear. It does not mean that you can't get above the value area low and then rip to the POC and then wind up filling your whole range here. But for me, really the reason I would be cautious here is because if you were looking for a long from this level, you're literally only 0.6% away from your first major level of resistance. And that is simply French Toaster. Shout out to Crypto Face says French Toaster. That's a good name. Yeah, shout out to French Toaster. Is he in? Where's French Toaster? Is he in here? Oh, there he is. Yeah, French Toaster. Let's go. But yeah. This significant level of resistance is only 0.6% away from your entry, right? If you were getting in on the 786. And for me, I like to get a, before I hit that main level of resistance, I like to be at least in 1% profit, depending on the trade, because that's kind of the move that I need to get a significant amount of profit to lock in and then move my stop loss into up to break even. So I just simply wouldn't be able to do that here. But again, what do we always talk about, guys? We talk about the deviation away from a volume profile, right? So you have your volume profile range right here. And typically, when you deviate down below your range and you're able to do something like put a bullish divergence in at a key level like the 786, typically you are able to get a strong bounce, and it also opens up the opportunity of getting accepted back into your previous range and then coming back up to the high. But again, I do just want to be clear. I am in a long right now, but it is just not this long. It is an older long that I've been holding. So, but this could easily give us a continued bounce. If we can get above this value area low, I would expect a bigger move up, again, up to our value area high. So, again, nothing has really changed. We're just playing this range until we decisively lose this value area, right? So maybe we bearishly retest, and then we break down again, and we get a bigger move to the downside. Until we get that to happen, I will treat this as a sideways range. Typically, as a typical sideways range, just looking for longs at the lows and looking for shorts at the highs. But with that being said, if we do not wind up getting price to come back up here and fill this entire range, and we get a bigger breakdown maybe over the rest of today or over the weekend, really what I would be more interested in, guys, is sitting on my hands and getting a bigger move down to our next key level. Now, where is the next key level? Well, if you've been watching the show, you will be very familiar with this blue box, which is, let me pull up the fresh chart just so it's a little cleaner to look at. Our next key level of support is essentially going to be coming in when we look at our more macro volume profile. Come on. Why won't this let me delete that? Okay. So this macro volume profile pulled all the way back here from the 17th of, or the 16th or 17th of March. That's typically where I've been pulling it from. Our next key, where's our next key level of support here, guys? Obviously, is going to be that point of control, right? And again, the reason why we have that range there is because it is in confluence with our local golden pocket right here, right? So this is where that level came from. Golden pocket, POC confluence, right? So I would actually be more interested, and again, I want to be very clear. It doesn't mean that we can't get a bigger move up here, but I would much rather wait for a big move down or a bigger move down to come test this golden pocket / point of control confluence, because what that will do is, you guys will know, right? We're getting a 1 hour bull div that we just talked about. However, our 4 hour doesn't have a bull div, although our momentum is coming up, which is a good sign. And if you guys watch the content, you will know, right? If you watch our Market Cipher tutorial or anything like that, just to point this out, if we print a green dot here, this momentum wave will be making a higher low. And oftentimes, more often than not, guys, if you see that your momentum is making a higher low like this, even if your price action does not make a lower low, because for the divergences, you want to wait for a lower low on price action and a higher low on Market Cipher B, the momentum waves specifically. But here's the thing. If you don't have lower lows on your price, a lot of times you can still get a move up. This shows that momentum is moving to the upside. So a lot of times, like if I just show this, let me see if I can find an area where, like right here, this is a perfect example. Like, and this is like part of the reason why I love Market Cipher so much. It's like, you have your higher lows on your momentum waves, but you do not have lower lows. You have a higher low here, right? So for a bullish divergence, you would want to see a lower low on your price action with a higher low on your momentum waves, and that would be your signal to go long, with other confirmations as well. I want to be clear. You want multiple confirmations, but you could see in this case, you didn't get the lower low on your price action, but you got the higher low on Market Cipher, and what happened? You wound up getting a significant move here, right? You wound up getting 6%. right? So that's definitely a tradable move there. You could trade that and make tons of money. So, and you did not have the lower lows on your price action. So just keep that in mind. You do not always need the lower lows. Now, here's the thing. If you have the lower low on your price action, it could make it a little bit of a stronger move, right? Sometimes you will get that bigger move. I prefer to see those lower lows, but it's pretty simple here on Market Cypher, right? It's just like I always say, keep it simple. Do not overcomplicate the TA or trading. It's complicated enough. So that's what I like about it, right? You just keep it nice and simple. Like even if it confuses you to look for the lower lows, oftentimes this will signal that momentum is moving to the upside, and you do get some kind of a move, right? Like you'll probably find another example here. Let's see. Like right here, you did not have a divergence, but see, you have higher lows. This is not what you want for a bullish divergence, but look at your momentum. Making a higher low, and your money flow was also coming up. And what happened? You did get that local move up. Now, it's obviously going to be, I mean, this is the 4 hours. So that was actually a significant, 1.7%. That's tradable, not the biggest move. But even if you were looking at this higher low, you still had no divergence, and you still got that move to the upside. So just take a look at that, right? Just remember that. You don't always need that lower low. It is definitely not a bullish divergence if you don't have the lower low, but a lot of times if you're just looking at your momentum waves, it could signal where that local price action is going to head. Even if it's not going to be a long-term move, like it will signal that there is going to be a bounce incoming here. So we might be in a similar situation here where we don't have the lower low on price action on the 4 hour, but momentum is coming up. Obviously, we're far away from printing that green dot, but if we wound up printing that green dot and maintaining this higher low, it could still signify a bounce incoming, right? Just not as good of a trigger as I would consider. Thank you, Rob the Crypto Snob, for keeping us updated there. 30 minutes and counting. Thank you. But yeah. This can easily give us a bounce here, and you do have the 1 hour bull div, right? So that is a little bit of confluence for that continued move up. But what I would prefer, the reason I bring this up, guys, is because what I would really prefer to see here, if I go ahead and repull the volume, bada boom, bada bing, if we do get that continued move down or that further move down here, to put in a low on our point of control golden pocket, this is a little bit of a stronger level, in my opinion. And what this does is it allows us to potentially print a divergence on some of these higher time frames, like the 4 hour. And obviously, it depends on what price action looks like at that time, if we're going to get that divergence or not. But you get that bigger move down, maybe maybe we get a little move up here and then another move down. Your momentum wave may very well go like this, and then put in another higher low, and you might say, hey, this is a lower low, but you actually have a higher low, right? So this would give you, and in my opinion, this is a stronger signal to go long. So although you could get a local bounce here, I would rather wait for the bigger move down into our key level before looking for the stronger long entry. And this is, we talked about this yesterday, right? This isn't really new, but we are potentially starting that move to the downside. So you gotta be ready to be watching this level here at about 28,400, between 28,400 and the POC at about $28,050, give or take a few bucks. So let's see. Shout out to A Better Mind. Says, Frankie, how do I add the auto and log button back to the corner right trading view? Mine's disappeared. Yeah, mine's gone too. Oh, no, wait. Mine was gone for the long. Yo, I thought they took these away. I did not realize if you hover over this, you get the auto and log back. Right? Is that what this is? Yeah. Interesting. I did not know that. They changed that, and I thought it was gone for good. And you bringing that up, I was just about to tell you, dude, mine's gone too. I don't know where it went. But yeah, here it is. I guess they changed that. There you go. Oh, no, wait. Oh, yeah. Wow, they changed that. I did not realize that. Very interesting. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for, guys. And again, like, that's basically Bitcoin in 30 minutes. Like, that's the update, right? Again, getting that little, I would look for that continued bounce off that 1 hour bull div, but I'd be very careful of that bigger move to the downside. Now, and again, other than that, a lot of the key levels have remained exactly the same. Let me make sure this is updated. Okay, yeah. So, all the other levels remain exactly the same, guys. So I'm not really going to beat a dead horse because we've been talking about this for so long, all these levels. So I'm just not going to beat a dead horse here. But feel free to screenshot the chart and take a look at these levels. But that's what I'm looking for, guys. And, taking a look at the daily. Yeah, red dot confirmed. And I would say we could look for a bullish divergence on the daily, but if we got to move down here, likely this momentum wave would break the low, invalidating that bullish divergence. So yeah, but your 16-hour, your 12-hour, like these higher time frames could be setting up. Like I said, just like the 4-hour could set up for a bull div. Like some of these higher time frames, like the 8-hour, even the 10 and the 12-hour, could get that move down, get the bounce, have the momentum wave come down, and you could put in that bull div on the higher time frames to get that stronger signal to go long. And I don't want to beat a dead horse here, guys. That is the update on Bitcoin. Other than that, things remain mostly the same as they have been this entire week and last week and the week before. So there you go. Short term, move to the upside. Remember, we have this local range here you want to be keeping an eye on as well. So again, key levels to the upside. If you break this value area low at $29,070 and you can flip it to support, that's your chance to get a local move up. But again, looking to fade those moves back to the downside because of the way the higher time frames look. Now, on the bullish case, I will say this. The bullish case here would lie, in my opinion, at least the 2-day VWAP. Now getting rejected at the 0 line, but this may curve up. So if we're going to get a big move up, and by big, I don't necessarily mean breaking these highs, but I really mean a bigger move as in a potential revisit of this upper range here, getting closer to the $30,000 levels. If that is going to happen, which again, I think is a little less likely, I'd be watching that 2-day green dot or the daily green dot as well. So there you go. But other than that, sentiment remains exactly the same, guys. Now you have the key levels to look at of resistance and support. So there you go. There is Bitcoin in a nutshell. All right, let's see. Gata Life, or some people like to say Gata Life. Shout out to Gata Life. He's talking to Crypto Face. He's like, when new stream, bro? And I'm like, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. But let's see. Jedi Skirt, we're going to end early tonight. I swear. Crypto Face is terrible change if you ask me. I'm not really happy about it either, man. Even these tools, now maybe I'm a boomer, I don't know. But dude, even these tools that they moved, Face, bro, this throws me off, man. This completely throws me off. It's kind of frustrating. But anyway, all right, if you guys want to take a look at the altcoins, guys, go ahead and throw your altcoins in chat, and let's go ahead. We'll take a look at 3. I'm going to start off with ETH and XRP, and then we'll take a look at 3 other ones, and we're going to do them quick and dirty. Here we go. All right. So for Ethereum, and oh god, man, it's so frustrating. I look at so many charts. I looked at ETH, and yesterday we were looking at Ethereum. I think that was the ETH chart we were looking at. Was it here? Yeah, this is our ETH chart. Okay, so guys, on Ethereum, again, as far as the indicators go, kind of looking similar to Bitcoin, right? Money flow in the red, VWAP kind of coming up on the daily there, nothing too exciting. But here's the thing. Ethereum, we were looking at our value area low right here at about 1838. And what was our other level we were looking at, guys? Do you remember the level we were looking at yesterday on the live stream? It was, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, because I do look at a lot of stuff here, 1818. It's a famous Ethereum level on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. It's been a key level for quite some time. It's always a key level to the upside and the downside throughout almost all of this price action. But that level at about 1818. We are looking at 2 major things here. We have a macro value area. We have a local value area, right? So as we banged around in this range, we look at these key levels to be respected, right? And then once you lose this range, you would have to zoom out to look at the more macro levels, right? So if we lose this value area low, where were we looking for price to come? It is right at this level. This actual level is at 1812, but the level actually is 1818. I believe it is right about there. Well, that's 1816, but 1818, give or take a couple of bucks, depending on the actual exchange you're looking at, could be slightly different. But it's happening, guys. We came down, we started holding that 1818 level, and we could potentially, let me get rid of these horizontal lines, actually. We could potentially, if we decisively get out of this range, right, we could start to move or hypothesize that we could be on our way down to the value area low at 1762. Now, this is a plausible level because let's see. What's up, Jules? What's going on, man? And Crypto Billy, let's go. Shout out to Dark Crash. Don't forget to drink your water, guys. There we go. Oh, God, that's like a... Can you guys hear that? Little boom. I always feel like a giant baby drinking out of this. Anyway, once you lose that value area low, guys, you can hypothesize that you may start your journey down to your value area low. And by value area low, I mean macro. I know it's probably confusing, and you might be sitting there and saying to yourself, what the heck is this guy talking about? He's saying if you lose the value area low, we can go to the value area low? How does that make sense? It's because we have a local volume profile and a macro volume profile. That's all. Two different ranges. And by value area low, I'm simply just referring to the range low. So if we lose this range low, due to the laws of the volume profile, we can expect a move to the macro range low, which is down here. I think a lot of people are now starting to understand that, unless you're completely new to the channel. Little Aztecian cactus moss water. Shout out to I'm My Hero, says this guy pronounces erythrium funny. I wonder how he pronounces Cardanzo. Yo, shout out to I'm My Hero. You're my hero. But, guys, I want to pull up here the VPVR really quickly. And let me grab my tool here, and let's zoom in a bit. Now, readjust. There we go. Now, what do we have here? We have some interesting information. Because if you look at this, we lose this range low. How do we know when it's likely to get that move down to the value area low? Well, I would actually argue that your key level here is going to be this shelf of volume right here. And by shelf of volume, I am talking about this right here. Right? This shelf of volume. Because we are likely going to hold that, and that is actually exactly where we wound up bouncing from. And it is that 1815 level, right? And that does come from that shelf of volume. You could see it over here on the VPVR as well. And if you're new here, this volume profile and this volume profile, at least at this point, are basically the same profile, right? So you could see it here. You could also see it right there, right? And that is basically where we got that perfect bounce from, right? We got the wick down right to that level. Look how that level's respected, guys. Look how that level is respected. Unbelievable. So, what can we do with that information? Well, if we know that that's the last high volume node before this giant gap in volume, let me get rid of this arrow. If we know that that is the last shelf of volume before this massive volume gap, which leads you right down to the value area low, we can hypothesize once again that, because I always say, once you leave the value area, how do you know you're leaving the value area? Well, we're below it right now, right? We're below this value area right now. And if we lose this shelf of volume, we have a big goose egg. There's nothing but air here. So likely, we will kind of bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, and then get a quick move down to your macro value area low. So, your next key level, your current key level of support for Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it, is going to be that high volume node sitting right there at about, I'll get the exact level, 1813. And it may vary depending on what exchange you're looking at. But that's going to be your key level. And now you know that if you lose that level, there's not much volume underneath you until you get down to this until you get down to this value area low. And you could even argue, at least looking at the profile right here, that your volume picks up right at the value area low, but you also do have this high volume node actually beginning right down here at 1744. So I would actually draw this as a range, right? Not or a zone, I should call it. Right? So that's your next zone of support. And this, I'm going to go ahead and change to red because that's our key level. You don't want to lose. This is the you don't want to lose this level. Right? That's the you don't want to lose this level. Because if you lose this level, likely you're going to fall through that gap and land on this blue box, which is you can think of as like a cushion. Right? So there you go. And again, like there's no guarantees that you're going to hold this level, but that's the next significant level of support locally, right? And you can see here, not only does it work, not only does that make sense based on the volume profile, but you can see we've gotten rejections here before. We've also gotten support here before many times. So it's definitely a very, very valid, very valid level. Now, what happens if you lose that blue box? Well, then Ethereum's probably going to zero. No, I'm just kidding, guys, obviously. Your next high volume node really doesn't start until down here where we got our last big bounce on ETH. And that's coming in at 1630. Now, I do not know I do not know if we're going to hold this level as well or if we're even going to get down there. But again, if you lose this blue box, the next real significant level, the volume really does start to pick up right around here at about 1700. Also have that psychological level at about 1700. And then you also have this level right here at 1675. And then obviously the high volume node itself will be a level that I would watch. But really, when you're looking at the significant levels, I would probably, these are basically the next significant levels that I would watch. So there you go. And if we go to a lower time frame, we might be able to see those levels getting respected individually on that last move down. And you can see they indeed were respected, right? You can see right here, bounce off that level, rejection off that level, bounce off that level. So they are indeed valid levels. Now I show you guys how I get them, right? So there you go. But anyway, guys, that's what I'd be looking at for Ethereum in case we get a bigger move to the downside. Now, if you get a move to the upside, what is going on? Let me get rid of that. If we get a move to the upside, really what I would be looking at, key levels of resistance are going to be your value area low, which right now is coming in. Let me go ahead and just make this a white line. This level right here at about 1840, great year. That's going to be an important level to get above. If you can get above that, I would look up here towards your POC at about 1888. Another great year. All right, there we go. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Said 15 minutes. Let's take a quick look at XRP, which is kind of what I wanted to look at here, guys. Check out XRP. I'm actually going to pull up this chart because this is the chart we looked at yesterday, and we were looking at a very, 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 very specific level on XRP, guys. What was that level? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What was the level, guys? What was the level? It was the value area low sitting here at about 62 cents, and the levels hit, guys. The levels hit. We lost our, obviously, this is a value area that we've been looking at for quite some time. It has moved a little bit since then. However, we knew if we lost this value area low, we would likely begin our journey down to the value area low. Shout out to Dark Crash saying he's loving the fresh haircut. Shout out to Dark Crash. I appreciate that, bro. I do. Yeah, Crimson's girlfriend said we can't stop here. He did it again. He pulled a Frankie. Shout out to Wick. Shout out to Wick 589. Value area high. Dave Digital says value area handsome. Shout out to Dave. Dave, you're making me blush, bro. You're making me blush. Mrs. Candle's getting jealous, bro. Mrs. Candle's getting jealous. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Pretty cool. We have this new emoji. Let's go. Too funny, man. But guys, like for real. Like, hopefully, whoever was in chat yesterday was paying attention during the XRP segment because we're seeing exactly what we wanted to happen. Now, here's the thing. Does this mean we're guaranteed to hold this level? Well, let's do the analysis and try to figure it out. So, we lost our value area low, and just to hammer home the lesson here, guys, what happens when you lose the value area low? What is likely to happen if you lose the value area low? Well, you might think to yourself, really what you're expecting when you lose the value area low is to get sucked up back towards the POC, right? But in this specific situation, by doing other analysis using other things other than volume profiles, we knew we had this next key level. And we knew that if we got rejected from this area of balance, we would likely go hunt out that next key level, which is our macro value area low. Why is this an important level? This level is important because it is pulled from our previous value area from the top of the previous bull run. And these levels are respected no matter how far in the future you go, right? And we were actually looking at these levels ever since we were looking at this. Let me bring you guys into bar replay. And here we are. This is exactly what we expected on XRP. We knew by looking at the VPVR that if we broke out of our range that we were currently trading in right here, again, looking at the market in terms of ranges, we knew that once we broke out of this range, for the most part, we had a pretty decent volume gap here, right? Look at this giant high volume node, and then look right here. Just basically nothing but air until we get to that value area low, again, pulled from the previous bull run. We were looking at this level and expecting, if we broke out of this level, to get a quick move up to the value area low, the previous value area low. And what happened? You actually have to come down to a very low time frame to see this play out, because, well, let's see. Let's just let it play out here. Okay, hang on. Let me let me go to a higher time frame so we don't have to wait 45 minutes for this to play out. Let's see. Come on. I don't know how far away we are from the breakout here. Are we in July yet? Okay, that's June. Let's come up to the 1 hour. Okay. Let's let it play out. Okay. Where are we? Where's this breakout happen? Should we go up to the 4 hour? This is taking too long. Let's go up to the 4 hour. All right. Shout out to Dave Digital, says chat does not pay attention. We learned how already. Shout out to Dave Digital. But yeah, let me go back here. Okay, so what are we expecting at this point? You're expecting to get a move up and get a quick move up at that to your value area low, your macro value area low, which is very hard to see on this time frame. There it is, right? So you're waiting for your breakout, and you're expecting to get a quick move, well, right to that value area low, which, again, is very hard to catch on that explosive move. But what happened? You got to push up into that value area low and an instant rejection because of that key level. And then we knew once you flip that value area low to support, you're likely to come up to the POC, which we broke, but then perfectly rejected right here. And these levels came all the way back from 2021. And ever since then, guys, we've been looking at those levels. And then once we rejected the POC, we knew it was likely that we could come down and retest that value area low, the macro value area low. And even on the day that we ripped, when price action was all the way up here, I said, guys, we are getting a rejection from the POC, and we could indeed see price go back to retest that value area low. And all the XRP, now, I want to be very clear. I am an XRP fanboy, but all the XRP army was like, this guy's a moron. There's no way it could possibly go back to this level because on Thursday, this date, is when this conspiracy theory is going to come true, and it's going to go to $10,000. And obviously, that didn't happen, right? What happened, though? What happened was we did indeed wind up coming down to test that value area low. And it just goes to show the emotion that people have in the market, guys, is even though we had this massive rip up for XRP, I'm not sitting there looking at the chart saying, well, I guess this is going to go up forever. I'm looking at the realistic options or the realistic possibilities of coming down and testing key levels. And that's exactly what happened. And now we are down there testing this key level. Oh, shout out to Smurfy Video says, Mr. Frankie, remember yesterday I said about hitting the daily 50 EMA to reverse? Yes, I did 100% remember that. We didn't look at it, though. Now I remember that. But it said it did exactly that so far. So the daily EMA is currently the value area low. I assume you're talking about Bitcoin, as I think I remember that's what you were talking about yesterday. Or are you talking about XRP? Let me know. You don't have to super chat, but just let me know in the chat, and I will thank you, Rob, and I will let you know about that. Or not let you know, but I'll take a look at it. XRP. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll pull up that. Let me pull up the 50 EMA while I'm waiting for that value area low to get tested. Boom. There we go. Whoops. Boom. All right. And then I'm just going to come up to a higher time frame because obviously, whatever. We know. We came down to test that value area low, right? And the reason I say that, guys, is just you got to ignore the noise in the market, especially if you're reading it online or hearing it on YouTube. You got to ignore the noise, the emotional noise. If you hear people saying, that'll never happen, this guy's an idiot, that almost proves that whoever is saying that does not understand how the market works. So don't listen to people who talk with emotion. Listen to people who are giving you data, information, actual things, probabilities. Listen to the people who are giving you both sides of the coin because it could both situations can play out. But here we are at that value area low. And again, it doesn't mean that we were guaranteed to come down here, but we had a plan for if we got up there as if we got to move up as well. But again, like here we are. And I want you guys to understand why we were looking at that level so you could see this stuff before it happens as well. All right, let's see. All right, let's take a look at the daily. Yep, there. Oh, there you go. Shout out to who was it? Saucy. I said saucy video. It was Smurfy video. But yeah, look at that, perfect. And yes, that 50 EMA is. I wish I looked at this yesterday because we would have seen it coming in perfect confluence with that value area low, increasing the probability that you get a bounce there. Those perfect confluence. Shout out to Smurfy video, man. Good job. Yes, 100%. That was beautiful. I wish I saw this. Thank you, Rob. Says 5-minute warning. Shout out to Dave Digital. Says this is Ben Armstrong. I had to borrow Dave Digital's account. Do not leave early. Shout out to Dave Digital. But here we are, guys. Yeah, beautiful. Shout out to Smurfy video. 100%. I wish I saw that. I wish I looked at that yesterday when you mentioned it. Because yeah, perfect confluence. So shout out to you, man. But yeah, here we are, right? This does add confluence to that bounce incoming. And now it just hammers home the volume profiles, guys. Like looking at the market in terms of these volume profiles is an absolute game changer. It's why I harp on it so much. So are we getting any signals down here? Are we getting those massive bullish signals? Well, it's a little dicey, right? Because we are printing a fresh red dot here on the 4-hour. Now, yeah, you don't. I would say this. Technically, you have a bull div forming. However, it is a little dicey. It's not the strongest angle, and it's not. I'll get to that in a minute. It's not the strongest angle, and that fresh 4-hour red dot could easily give us a lower low on our momentum waves, invalidating that divergence. But we are getting that bounce, right? You probably got some local signals to get a bounce there, such as this 30-minute bull div, right? So not to get a continued bounce here on XRP locally is not going to be impossible. With your 30-minute bull div, you need money flow to come back up, though. Let's see what the 6-hour looks like. Yeah, 6-hour fresh red dot, 8-hour fresh red dot. You're getting a VWAP flop here, right? You got the green dot, immediate red dot. So there is a chance that if you get a strong enough bounce off that 30-minute bull div, that red dot will unprint on the 8-hour, in which case could assist you on a move up. But I would be careful. You're definitely getting the 30-minute bull div. Your money flow is definitely generally coming to the upside. Generally. So that would be a good argument for a little bit of a bounce coming in here. But with the higher time frame red dots, I would be concerned or aware that a bigger move to the downside may be in store after that local bounce. And if you're looking for that's basically what I would look for. Now, the next key level for XRP, please understand when you're looking at the volume, please understand there is, again, we got a very fast move through this low volume gap. We have a low volume gap here, right? Low volume gap. We shoot through these, and just like we shot up with no problem whatsoever, when you break this value area low, you may shoot down aggressively and quickly back down to our next key level. And the confluence is beautiful here, guys, because if we get a bounce off this first blue box, it would make sense because it's our local golden pocket retracement of this entire move to the upside. But if we break this level, you do have your 786, which is conveniently placed right at the scene of the crime, right? Or where you broke out to, which price action does sometimes like to go back and test before continuing higher as well. We've talked about this many times on the channel, but not only is it revisiting the area of, or the breakout or scene of the crime, but you also have your 786 Fibonacci retracement level of this entire move to the upside in that area as well. So it would actually make sense to either get a bounce out of here or to get a bounce out of that 786, right? And I would actually say, although I do think you can get a local bounce here, how high you would go is very hard to estimate. I would watch the value area low at 68.5 cents. However, with the way the red dots and the money flow is looking on the higher time frames, 12-hour money flow coming into the red here, I would actually expect more of a local bounce here for a potential bigger breakdown to that 786, which would still, in my opinion, be a healthy correction before continuing higher. And that is the sauce on XRP. So there we go. Trying to go quickly here, guys, because I really do have to try to hop out of here a little bit early. Batter Virus said, yo, Frankie, you are the best. Can you please check ARB? Batter Virus, you're the best. I appreciate that super chat. And I will try. But I think we do. Rob the Crypto Snob is probably telling me we have negative 2 minutes left. Rob said, 1 minute. Oh, no. Rob said, I'm going to do ETH, XRP, and 3 other coins. Yeah, right. But let's see. Yeah, let's thank you, Rob. Beautiful. Yeah, it's 6:45. Perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to, yeah, someone said 30 minutes. Yo, I can't. You guys are too funny. You guys are too funny. Shout out to the Gary emoji. Let's go. Shout out to Gary. Let's go. Oh, my God. You guys are killing me right now. Oh, God. These emojis are too easy to make. I don't know how you guys are doing it, but it's too easy, guys. It's too easy. We have so many emojis. It's so funny. Okay, so there we go. Let me just read these super chats really quick. Shout out to Jay. Says, man, thank you for all the info you've bestowed upon the YouTube crypto community. Personally, you've helped me make hundreds. Thank you. #member for life. Shout out to Jay. I appreciate that so much, man. That's why I do this. I genuinely, I was saying this to the premium Discord. Thank you, Rob. I was saying this in the premium Discord earlier today. They were telling me, like, hey, Crypto Totoro, who is in here often, he was telling me, he's like, man, you really have helped me out, man. That, like, this whole video was, like, completely changed. But whatever. He was just saying that the live stream really helped him. I explained something to him, and it helped him, like, see something that he was struggling with. And it's like, that's why I do this, guys. Like, listen, obviously, like, we have to make money too, right? Like, so, you know, this is a business and stuff, but really, like, this is genuinely what I am passionate about. It's like not only trading and technical analysis, but just being able to teach this and share this information with others is like, it's like, I love this. I genuinely love this to the core of my soul. So, like, when I hear comments like that, it really does go a long way. So I really do appreciate you saying that, Jay, and shout out to you. Dave says 1 more hour. Yo, shout out to Dave Digital. So, okay, here's the thing. We have our giveaway. Today. So, and shout out to Rob. Thank you for keeping time here. The reason that, like, at this point, I wanted to cut the TA and do the giveaway. But would you guys rather, I'll put a poll, would you guys rather do the giveaway, or would you rather take a look at ARB and maybe one other alt? There you go. Let me know. It's not your birthday, Rob. Take that. Shout out to Dave Digital. It is Rob's birthday every single day. Is Mrs. Candles in here? Hang on. Yo, Rob says at Mrs. Candles is going to be mad AF if you don't leave. Should we at Mrs. Candles and see if she's in here? Oh, she's not in here. Mr. J is in here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect the giveaway to win. I'll give it until 6:48. I will end that poll and take whatever that win is. And then I will just I'll pull up the picker wheel already, and I will also pull up the comment picker. And Rob, just in case giveaways win, if you could share the link with the video for today's giveaway. Oh, Wick says, I say roll over everything to a Mega Monday. Interesting. Shout out to Curtis Neal, said, excuse my tardiness. No problem, Curtis. You're excused. Shout out to Zigzag. Yeah. Crimson Caravan Company says, it's Mega Monday. Okay. Well, more TA. Let's see. We can roll the giveaways into next week's. Can you check BCH as well? Just do another alt. It's close enough. Okay. All right. We're going to do the other alt. Okay. We're not listening to the poll at all. Tony D made the call. We're going to do 2 other alts. Maybe 3. But should we just do a 2-hour stream? No, I do really have to get out of here, guys. But all right. We'll take a look at ARB, and we'll take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Sure. We'll take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Shout out to William. Says Frankie Goat Candles. Blah, blah, blah. Shout out to you, man. That's the sound of a goat for anybody who doesn't know. All right, here we go. KuCoin. We'll take a look at the KuCoin chart. I don't know what this is. Let's clear that. Actually, take a look at the Binance. Binance Tether US. There we go. Okay. Let's clear the TA here. You heard him. 3-hour stream. Shout out to Curtis Neal. Midnight Sapphire. You are 100% correct. But yeah. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's get rid of that EMA. Okay. Take a look at the daily. Daily green dot looking to print on ARB. Actually. Yeah. Let me pull this whole thing. Let me pull this whole thing in volume. Yeah. Fighting that POC. Hit your value. Here's the thing, guys. You hit the value area low, ripped through your POC, went for the value area high, but you didn't necessarily, you didn't hit your value area high. You went up towards it, but you didn't hit it. I wouldn't even consider that a front run. You just simply didn't get all the way up to it. Now, if you pull your fib, let's see if this is a golden pocket retracement. I don't think it will be, but if you pull your fib from your low to your high, okay, it wasn't a golden pocket retracement, but it was a 786 retracement. So simply said here, this green dot on the daily could potentially bring you up to finally hit that value area high. And that value area high is coming in at $1.49, almost $1.40. JB said, Frankie, will you be posting any video market updates on Premium Discord this weekend? I will if something happens, right? If we get just random sideways action, like if we get, any kind of crazy action, I will definitely update you guys. But if we just wind up going sideways and there's nothing to really look at, I typically don't, I'm typically less active on the weekends. I don't want to say like not active, because I will go in there sometimes. It really depends on my schedule. But I do try to take at least part of Saturday and Sunday off. I am in every Sunday in the Premium Discord. I usually do post a Sunday night chart to kind of get everybody primed for the week. And then we do the Premium live stream on Monday afternoon to talk about our plans. But it just depends on how aggressive the moves are. If something crazy happens, absolutely. But here we are, looking for that 7, and thank you for that super chat, JB. I appreciate you. But if we get, now we're getting that 786 Fibonacci retracement. I would look, if this green dot does print, it could potentially bring you back up to your value area high. However, money flow is in the red on the daily. So there's really, I don't know if the value area high would be the first level I would look at. The first level I would look at for resistance would be the local golden pocket retracement from the high to the low, coming in right here between $1.30 and about $1.26. So that would be, and I would actually also, I would look at this level right here. So 2 kind of levels that I would look if we do get that green dot on the daily. These would be the 2 levels of resistance I would be looking at. Second retracement is at about $1.23 to $1.21. So if you get that continued move up and you get above that POC, I would look for resistance here. And again, if this money flow on the daily was curving up, I would maybe expect to hit that value area high more. But the money flow doesn't look great. But let's check the 12-hour, 8-hour. Yeah, I wish the money flow looked a little better. Your 4-hour money flow is crossing into the green. Let's let's see. Let's check the 1 hour. Money flow looking for a crossover into the green. Yeah, I would definitely look for resistance at these two boxes. If not, if you don't get rejected here or if you're able to get through these, I would look towards that value area high. So there's the key levels on ARB. But again, with the money flow, the way the money flow looks, I don't know if I would be looking for this thing to get all the way back to the value area high just yet. It may be more likely to come up and put in a lower high or a lower high in both of these boxes. So there you go. Quick and dirty on ARB. And let's go ahead and check out. Shout out to Metrics. Shout out to you, man. Says love that haircut, looking like a classic man. Yeah, what do they call this? Like I think they call it like a gentleman's cut. Is what they used to call it in New York, at least. You'd be like, hey, just give me a gentleman's, and they just cut you up. But yeah, shout out to you, man. I think Wolf of Wall Street is what made this haircut popular, to be honest. And but let's see. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. Bitcoin Cash was the other alt that we wanted to look at. Let's check it out. Bada boom, bada bing. And here we are. A lot of these alts are in this situation, guys. They're all sitting at their local volume profile. At the value area low, which again, you do not want to get super, super bearish at the low, right? You don't want to short support. It doesn't mean you can't nuke from here, but you do not want to short support. So slight bullish divergence printing here at your value area low on the 16-hour, but your VWAP is looking like it is getting slightly rejected here. So I would be careful. It could easily invalidate. You're getting pretty close to invalidation here. So yeah, 12-hour, let's see, your 10-hour. Yeah, 8-hour VWAP flop. I'd be careful with these red dots, though, guys, because you're hitting support. These may unprint and give you a little bit of a bounce. Let's check the 4-hour. Yeah, this is what I would look for. I would look. Let me see. Let me pull a fib here real quick. It's not gonna work. Let me pull this. Oh no! Come on, mouse. Don't die out on me now. Okay, this is what I would look for on Bitcoin Cash here. I would be careful. Now, this 4-hour is setting up for a potential beautiful bullish divergence. If you're able, I mean, you already are. You already are kind of, you need the green dot. So I wouldn't be looking for a long here until I get this green dot on the 4-hour, even if we come down a little bit more. Once you print that green dot on the 4-hour, it is likely to give you that bullish divergence. And then that's where I would look for a potential long position. Now, where would I look for that to kind of start to die out at? It depends, right? I can't really pull the fib because we don't have our actual low on price yet. But I could pull some other fibs. Could pull from this high to this low, right? Obviously, I'm going to get, let me mark out this 786. And let me, I'm actually going to leave the golden pocket. So we have our 786 down here where you could potentially put a low into. So I would actually draw this as a box, right? That's kind of your zone of support. Bada boom. And where are we likely to get rejected? Well, obviously the point of control is going to be a big place to watch right here. And you also have your 786 golden pocket in that same area. So if you do get a bounce here, let's see. Let's check the daily time. Yeah, daily money flow. Yeah, your daily green dot's looking to print as well. I would potentially look for a bounce. But again, actually the money flow on this looks different than Bitcoin. So, but I will say your money flow is coming out on the higher time frames. So this may indeed, until your higher time frame money flow starts to curve back to the upside, I would look for this to be a potential lackluster high to put in a lower high to come back down to the low. But you'd have to reassess the situation when you got up here, because if you do get that move up and money flow on the 2-day starts to curve back up, you would be in a different situation, right? And then you could start to potentially look for a break of the POC and a flip for a move back up to your value area high. But again, I'm not looking for that just yet. What I would look for is a local bounce, waiting for that 4-hour bull div, and then I would be cautious of a rejection at that point of control. But the daily green dot on top of the 4-hour bull div could be the thing, could be powerful enough to get you back up to that POC, potentially. No guarantees. This is going to be another level of resistance. You do have a higher volume node, like right here. So if you can get above that level, yeah, like these are the levels I would look at. because for the most part, you don't really have much between this high volume node, which is the POC, and where we're at between, oh my God, this mouse. Guys, I'm going to smash this thing. Between your, go ahead, glitch again, mouse. Here we go. Anyway, if you could get above this purple box, you have a pretty decent gap all the way up to 236. And to be honest, you do have a little bit of a volume there, right? You can see it acted as support right here. But for the most part, like there's most of your this is a pretty big, fall off in volume until your next high volume node here. So what I would look for here off that 4-hour bull div, if it prints, especially if your green dot starts to print as well, you could look for that move up here. If you could flip this level, I'd look for a quick move to here. If you get up there, I would look for it would be a journey to your POC. So let me come back. If you could get that 4-hour bull div, could give you a bounce to this purple box. If you get above that purple box, it would be a quick move, in my opinion, to 237. Not financial advice. And if you can get above that level, this is where I'd look for resistance. But for the most part, you're looking to get up to that POC. But you do have a decent gap here, so it gives you a little bit of an idea of what price action might actually look like if you do get above that purple box. So those are the levels I would look at. I'll put horizontal lines in case you guys want to screenshot the levels. To get an idea of, what the actual numbers are. So there you go. You can screenshot those levels. Let's see. Shout out to Clark Trees. Said, did you just tough talk a mouse? Yeah, kind of. Listen here. I just clicked a button. I don't know what happened. Yeah, we're about to threaten this thing, guys. I will smash this mouse one day, guys. And the funny thing is, I don't know if it's the mouse. I'm not 100% sure if it's the mouse. I think it is. All right, let's go ahead and let's see here. Is it me or does Gary Gensler look like he should be on the Addams Family? Yes, he does look. He does look. Yeah, he looks dead. He does. Shout out to you. But let's see. You're running very late. Yeah, guys. I mean, we're almost at the full time here. But guys, that is all the time I do. I do have to run out of here early, guys. But we are going to do a mega. Yeah, we'll either do the giveaways on Monday or we'll do the giveaways on Friday. Honestly, this week was a little lighter on the giveaways. So it would be a pretty quick giveaway anyway. So, he's an alien. It's a shame he can't act. Oh my God. But yeah, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. And we will be doing that giveaway. We'll either do it Monday or Friday. We'll see how we're feeling. Like I said, we don't have that many giveaways this week, I don't believe. So it's not going to be, we might as well just stack them all together. Late to the show. Where's that hat, Frankie? Yo, Street Robert. Man, them hats are sought after. Yeah, yep, that's right. CandleMafia member came up to me and was like, let me see that hat, bro. And I said, yeah, sure. We sell them on our merch store. I gave it to him, and he just wouldn't give it back to me. Unbelievable. But we let him have it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody for sticking around till the end of the stream. The GOAT ate it. That's right. But yeah, thank you all for tuning around till the end of the stream. Like I said, guys, watch out for those short-term moves up on Bitcoin. But again, even if we get a significant move up with the way the higher time frames are looking with money flow, looking to fade those things back to the downside. I apologize for the I apologize for the short stream, but I do have a lot to do. And to be 100% honest, other than that, obviously we did get a little bit of a move down here on Bitcoin, but other than that, guys, nothing really has happened. So if I am going to cut a stream short and use that time to do other stuff that I have to get done, what better time to do it when Bitcoin is going sideways? So with all that being said, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you guys on Monday, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spam those Gary Gensler emojis in the chat. And Rob the Crypto Snob says, only 17 minutes late. Wow, I'm actually impressed. Yes, it's really funny. And I'll probably wind up sitting here talking until it's a 2-hour stream. But yeah, I actually, this is probably the earliest I've ever ended a stream, at least when I said I was going to do an early stream. So I'll see you guys on Monday, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. That's all I got Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
AMRB's what we got.
You a G. Yeah, time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang all on Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles, impressed with the watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Pins on the jacket, the man's abundant. The point of the road was banned and rugged. Hushing, I'm applying no pants in London. The products are not being scared of some judgment. Gotta stay in the cut. Cut you off if you ain't making the cut. Couldn't tell you who the hell is behind us. You start to forget when you stay in the front of it's up. And it's up for grabs, no remorse of who I'm taking it from. Numbers I give on my scoreboard is the only form of us staying in touch, that's saying enough. It's time to receive for all of the favors I've done. Too late for y'all to switch teams, everybody getting big leagues. Product flying out the shelf, what's in store for us? Known to hit a hole in one, look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whatever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang all on Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles, impressed with the watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Shout out to Steve. The boy getting love from the harsh critics. Strauss hit me bi-weekly to tell me keep taking it further. You aren't finished and I gotta listen. Any son of believing and see that I'm actually breathing and doing it real time. Love to pull an idea out thin there, act on it and profit in real life. If we not aligned, don't present me a dotted line. Yeah, I'm a QB, but I ain't handing out nothing for someone to monetize. And it goes to the birds too. Can't give it a time if a dollar so cut eyes. They get XL for they added potential to be my ex. I know all the plays, I'm a seasoned vet. Yeah. Always showing up, known to hit a hole in one. Look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whoever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang all on Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles, impressed with the watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang all on Iwo Jima got one flag. Yeah.
Hey, are you almost home? Yeah, I did it. I did it. No, I swear, I actually did it. Yeah, look at the clock. I'm off. I could finally get that work done. I knew you were going to be proud. I'm pumped. I did it. I told you I could do it. I told you. All right, I'll see you later. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, guy. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm excited I got off early, guys. I had to share the news with somebody. I had to share it with somebody. I had to call Mrs. Candles and tell her, look, I did it. Look at me, Mrs. Candles. Look at me go. I ended early. But now I really got to go. Otherwise, this is going to turn into 2 hours. Hasta pasta, Mafia. I love each and every single one of you guys. That's all I got. Frank Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out.